Now that's a breakfast, huh?
Breakfast. What we're gonna do? That's it.
We just met these folks.
Here we have 1.66 pounds of
Gift, you're crazy.
Good morning. Hello everyone. Tiger gift.
And Foreigner Joe, good morning. Well, we are on Boat Avenue getting ready to go to breakfast. Mike and Sharon have dental appointments today, so we're going to get breakfast on our own. Later on, we're going to go to the new Robinson Mall. We seen that mall being built when we were here last time, right? It's fairly new. You have to get a Starbucks, of course. And then Michael is going to make a special dinner tonight. So we'll go check this place out. Yeah, called Little Paris. Very nice here, huh? Yeah. Very cool. Whoa, look at that. Nice design.
Beautiful, na? Yeah,
And my cappuccino. Comes with a little biscuit. Very good. Now that's a breakfast, huh?
Breakfast.
So breakfast was really good. 985 baht. That included Gift's hot chocolate and 2 hot cappuccinos. So not bad at all, really, for the food here. Yeah, I would highly recommend if you're in Phuket in this area, Boat Avenue, to visit that place for dinner, lunch, breakfast. Okay, so we're here at the Robinson Lifestyle. They just built this mall or whatever you want to call it. It has a movie theater and everything in it. They built it in August last year. It opened up, I believe. Yeah, August last year. Looks like they have everything here. They definitely have Starbucks. I see that sign. Last time Gift and I had passed this area, it was still being built, right?
Yeah.
So, didn't realize it's been that long since we were in Phuket. It's been a while, huh? Nice and cool in here. Amazon coffee. Guess you'll have to find a Starbucks, right? Pretty slow in here. Where's the Starbucks? Power by down that way. Yeah, I think it's downstairs. So we just
What we're gonna do? That's it.
we just met these folks. They're subscribers. Live here in Phuket. What's your name again?
Tom and Alan.
Alan. So nice running into you guys. Thank you for your 20 years as a first responder, right? Firefighter, paramedic in Florida?
Yeah,
I was in Boca Raton.
Okay, very cool. Well, nice meeting you guys.
Yeah, same here.
Gift is over there getting her Starbucks, of course. I've had so much coffee this morning, I can't drink another one. But as long as she's happy. Okay, so Michael is going to start making dinner. He's making spaghetti and meatballs tonight.
spaghetti and meatballs.
Spaghetti.
I'm gonna make the pasta first. And then I'll get involved later with the meatballs, and then I make my sauce at the end.
Okay, so Michael's going to show us how he makes his pasta. Well, he's going to show us how he makes everything.
For this particular batch, I need 450 grams of flour. So that's what I'm going to weigh out right now. So I'll take a spoonful here and I'm going to start adding this. So I get my calculator out.
What type of flour you use?
This is just all-purpose flour. I like to use a double O flour or a semolina flour, but they didn't have any at the store. But this works just as well, so it's just as good.
And this is going to make 1.5 pounds of...
It's going to make about 1.5 pounds, a little more than 1.5 pounds of pasta when we're done. So for now, I'll put all this aside. Just shift my flour around. That's all loose. So normally what I would do is when I'm making just a pound with the 300 grams of flour, I would do 2 eggs and 3 egg yolks. Now since I've got 1.5 times, it's going to be 3 eggs, 3 whole eggs, and then probably about 5 yolks, so a little bit less than 5 yolks. But I'm going to need a certain amount of liquid, and that's where it all comes down to. I'm going to do 3 whole eggs, and I'm going to do 5 egg yolks.
There you go, 3 whole eggs and 5 yolks.
I mix my eggs up. Most chefs will put the eggs in whole and let the machine mix it up, but I like to mix it up and know that it's all mixed properly.
Yeah, I'll be like most chefs.
Yolks in the 1/2 tablespoon of salt. And I put some salt in, I mix it up a little bit.
Okay.
Now I have to weigh my eggs. I need 278 grams. Starts out at 0. I put the bowl on here, which weighs 661 grams. I hit the button again to zero it out. And then I take my eggs from over here and I put enough in to make 278 grams of wetness. And I use jumbo eggs. Most people don't use the real big eggs, so you have to add a little bit of water, which is fine, to bring it up to the amount of liquid.
How much liquid do you need?
278 grams. I'm at 279.8 grams, so 280 grams, which is fine because I did put a couple extra grams of flour in there. I'm going to put the eggs in here now. The needler on here, there's a name for that, I forget what it's called, but it's the one you use to make dough with. Snap that into place. Bring it down, and then I put it on slow to start with so the flour don't go all over the place. And I use this to help mix it back in there. Sorry, up one notch. Let's get this going. And next thing you know, you'll have pasta dough.
Now you can do that by hand too, right? If you
You
didn't
can
have
do it out by hand, but it's a hard job. So this is going to take 7, 8, 9 minutes to mix all together. And you have to keep on pushing it around to make sure it gets everything mixed well with the spatula. This is what we have so far. You can look in the bowl here and you can see it's all nice and dry, so everything is mixed together well. But I can tell by my fingers it's still way too sticky, so it's going to need more flour. So I'm going to put it back in here and start adding a little bit of flour, a little bit at a time until it gets to the right consistency that I want, a little bit drier. Add a little bit of flour to make it a little bit drier, it's still a little bit too wet. And when it starts sticking to the paddle, it's close to done where you can get to the point so you can start hand kneading it. A little bit more flour, not very much. Getting just about there. I'm probably done in here for now. I'll mix it a little bit more. After it's done here and I get done kneading it a little bit by hand, I I wrap it in saran wrap for about 30 minutes, and that lets the gluten go back together again. In saran wrap for about 30 to 40 minutes, let the glutens all come together again. So I got my dough ball here, want a lot of flour down, and then you start slicing it because you have to flatten it down. It could still be a little bit drier, but I'll take care of that with some extra flour here, but it could have been a little bit drier. It's so hard to tell sometimes, but so I slice this all down. And then I start pushing it down using the flour here to make it flat so that it can start to go through the rollers up here. So this has different settings on it. It goes from 1 to 8, and you start off with number 1, and I'll do one real fast so you can see what we're doing right here. I'm going to turn this on, and then you put it through here, and it comes out, you grab it, and then you go to number 2, do the same thing. And number 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way down. But I usually do them all at once. I start with number 1, I'll do the whole batch. Go to number 2, do the whole batch. This is number 6. This is right about where I like to do it because it's nice and thin. I don't know if you can tell the thickness on there. And then basically, when you're all done with that, then you put it through here, and out comes your pasta. My drying rack. I put it over here, and then as the pasta comes out, I lay it on here and let it dry for a little bit. You don't want it to get hard, just don't want it to be soft, but you want it to harden up a tiny, tiny bit. Here we have 1.66 pounds of pasta. Yep, all fresh, soft.
So now you cook it in the water for what, about 2 minutes?
About 2 minutes, yeah.
But first you're gonna make the meatballs and the
Meatballs soon.
and the sauce.
And the sauce only takes a few minutes to make.
Okay.
My sauce, I don't do that. Cook all day kind of sauce, but it's still delicious.
So if you're not gonna cook it for a few hours, just put it on saran wrap, cover it
Yeah,
up
that's
so
all.
it doesn't dry out.
That's all we do anyway. I don't know
Yeah.
whether it's right, wrong, in between. This is part of my meatball mixture. I have 1 egg. I have garlic, granulated garlic, granulated onion, basil, and oregano. And I'm going to add pecorino romano cheese now also to the mixture. This gives the meatball all the spices and flavor and all that. And there's also salt in here too. Now I'm gonna grate some cheese, pecorino romano, a good amount. That binds all the meat together, keeps it all together. I don't use breadcrumbs. The pecorino romano will keep it all together, the cheese. Right there, okay. And the meat, my hands are clean. Now I'm just gonna blend it all together. The meatballs all mixed together. Now I'm going to fry them in oil.
Yeah, you could smell all the seasoning in it. It smells good. Okay, the meatballs are finished. Now you gotta make your sauce, huh?
Now I gotta make the sauce. I have some extra virgin olive oil in here. I have fresh garlic cloves here, and I'm pressing the garlic in with a garlic press here. So it's nice and thin and crushed and gives you more garlic flavor. I like a good amount of garlic in there. And then I cook this up a little bit before I add my pasita base for the tomato sauce.
Oh, it smells good.
Yeah. When it starts cooking, it will smell even better. So I'm just turning the heat on now. Also going to get my water going for the pasta. So I let once this gets hot and starts cooking, I cook it about another minute to 90 seconds. You don't want to cook it too much because the garlic burns, it will get bitter, put a bitter flavor in everything. Start to see it sizzling up, the aromas are starting to come out. Just when it starts to stick to my spoon, then I know it's ready. I already got my pasita sauce over here that I put together. I'm just going to pour that right in here. This is tomato paste and some Italian pasita. It really has nothing added to it, so all the flavor that's going to go in there, I'll be putting in there. So it's just basically a tomato based sauce. I add 1 sugar pack.
To take the tartness out of it?
Yeah, just take the little tartness out of it. Just 1, not enough to really taste it. Salt in it also helps it, not too much. I got basil and oregano that I put in also. And I also add the granulated onion powder. And basil, a half decent amount. Oregano, a little bit less.
So you let that simmer for what, about 10, 15 minutes?
No, 5.
5 minutes.
See how nice and thick already? I like to do with the meatballs, instead of keeping them whole, I like to get the flavor throughout the meatballs from the sauce and also the meat flavor into the gravy. So I usually just take the thing here and I cut each meatball in half or in a quarter. And this way the sauce will have a chance to soak into the meatball and gives everything more flavor, and the meat also will come out into the sauce.
So you salted the water and now you put it in the
Pasta.
pasta. Dinner is ready. That looks awesome. Definitely smells very good.
Pecorino Romano.
Oh,
Very, very important. Not Parmesan Reggiano. You don't want that on
gotta
pasta.
have Pecorino Romano. Oh, hold on, I gotta get a picture.
I can't be crazy.
Okay.
Smells good. I mean, just the texture of it in your mouth is so much different.
Well, thank you for cooking.
Fresh pasta is only a couple hours old.
You're quite welcome.
Yeah,
Michael worked very hard on this today.
that I did.
Oh, baby. Come to mama.
I want more.
Come to mama.
อร่อยมาก
Buono, buono.
Buono.
Bono, yeah.
Buongiorno. No, that's good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you, Sharon? Good morning.
Got my coffee, I'm good.
Well, we enjoyed a few days here, had a great time. Michael made a great spaghetti yesterday, so thank you for that. The chef.
Yeah, but I'm not a professional chef, so not too many bad comments.
Sharon, such a good host. Thank you so much. You guys are heading to a cruise soon, right?
Yeah, we're heading to Europe, to starting off in Istanbul and winding up in Barcelona, a 14-day cruise. November 1st we're leaving.
Okay, well, you guys enjoy that. Safe travels, and we will definitely come and visit you guys again. And you got to,
Anytime you want, you know that.
but you guys got to come our way too. See, Michael and Sharon knows they've been invited over our house for a few years now, and haven't come yet. But we always come to see you. So next time is on you.
It's a long drive for us.
All righty. Well, thank you again for your hospitality. We appreciate it.
Thank you. We love you guys.
We love you too. We'll see you guys soon.
Okay.
All right. Bye bye.
Yay, yay, yay.